Good evening, everybody. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce 73rd Annual Dinner and 52nd installation of the Order of George. I'm Stephanie Gunner, and I've had the honor of serving as the chair for the board for the past calendar year. I now officially call this meeting to order. We are here tonight to recognize outstanding leaders and businesses in the community, as well as award the prestigious Order of George. In your program insert, there is a list of previous Order of George recipients. There's also a list of previous Business Person of the Year and Chamber Achievement recipients. We ask that you look at that and congratulate anybody in the room that's won it in the past. We are excited to be awarding the first ever Sherrill Stoffel Francis Award for Nonprofit Excellence tonight. We're also honored to have many outstanding individuals here who serve the Piqua community. With us this evening is City Manager Gary Huff, Mayor Casey Hines. I gotta change my page, sorry. School Board Superintendent Dwayne Thompson. Assistant Superintendent Tony Lyons is at the same table. Jeremy Hiddle, Treasurer, and school board members Andy Height, Kelly McMacken, and Frank Patricio. Upper Valley Career Center President Nancy Luce, and Edison State Community College Dr. Larson is here with us also this evening. And we're also happy to have way over here is Jim Stubbs, the Miami County Treasurer. Thank you for being here this evening. So 2018, we had a bit of change at the Chamber. My biggest change was helping to hire a new president, and I'm happy to be sitting with her this evening. Cathy Sherman, we're thrilled to have you back as chair of the board. I want to give you a big round of applause. I'm proud to have been part of the hiring committee, and I thank all those that helped me complete that this spring, and we are thrilled to have her back with us. We're also thrilled to have a couple of the staff members here. Jessica Stein is in the back there, and Audrey Davis. We're happy to have you back also. Thank you all for being here and all that you do. We're happy to report that in 2018, the Chamber added 25 new members to the Chamber. They were AT&T, Brower Stationers, Coops Cars, El Tequila Bar and Grill, 4U Office Supplies, GCA Chapters Ohio, Grace Christian Bookstore, Heath Murray State Farm Insurance, Heritage Healthcare, NK Teleco Inc., Ohio Army National Guard Recruiting and Retention, Opening Our Hearts, Organization Solutions LLC, Paycor, Photography by Stoller, Pioneer Rural Electric Cooperative, Rich Pack Cooperative, Service Master by Angler, SK Music Productions, Sunset Dental, T-Mobile, The Catalyst, VSF Holdings Ltd, Wilson Health Medical Group, Woods Walk Farm Bed and Breakfast LLC. So we're happy to have all those 25 new members, and we hope you get involved in the Chamber. During the calendar year, the Chamber, along with the ambassadors, conducted 12 ribbon cuttings. We also hosted 8 business after hours. We had a tremendously successful golf outing and steak fry. And we thank all those that attended those events and made them successful, along with our friends, the ambassadors, who also helped us have a tremendous golf outing and steak fry this year. We'd also like to thank the staff for all they did to make those 2 events really tremendous this year. One of the big highlights for 18 was we also did get our strategic plan, as I promised, started last year when I talked about it at this meeting. We appreciate all the Chamber members that attended and went to a focus group, and you'll be seeing more of that in the coming calendar year as we get that down to even more in the next calendar year. You'll hear about it. We also have a new community guide for those of you who didn't see it when you walked in. There's a new one out there. Please pick up as many copies as you need. There's more at the Chamber office. If you would like to take them to your businesses, please contact the office and they'll get them to you. They really look great, and we thank all the businesses that were willing to advertise their business and help make that project successful. As far as my thank yous for the last calendar year, I want to thank all the chamber members who stayed involved, helped me through the process last year, and gave us a chance to really show you what the chamber can be. I absolutely want to thank my exec board. They were amazing. And the board of directors for all your support and guidance when at a meeting or anything else where I needed questions answered. Everybody helped. The staff was tremendous. Thank you all for helping me look good as a chair. I hope that I did. And also like to thank my fellow attorneys in my office, Dustin Davis and Tom Beaker, for helping me have the time to do this and serve the community. And then I also have my mom and my husband here tonight, and I appreciate them being here and supporting me when I'm once again involved in something else, and they always support that too. So I appreciate that they're here too. And at this point, I would like to invite Jim Oda to come up.
No, thank you.
Jim, with this gavel. I turn over to you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities to go along with the title of Chair of the Board of the Chamber of Commerce. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. It's a very distinct honor to accept the position of Chairman of the Board of the Bavaria Chamber of Commerce. I'm looking forward to new challenges, programs, and directions for the Chamber organization and its members. But before we look at our exciting future growth, we need to look back to our excellent past foundations. Okay. Stephanie, if you could stay up here for just a moment. I'd like to make a presentation to you in honor of your outstanding leadership and motivation. I would like to present you with this momentum of your time at the Chamber. Now, all I got to do, would you like particularly one? Or?
Whatever one you'd like to give me.
Okay, this week.
Okay.
Got your own little,
Wow.
so there we go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For everything.
Thank you.
Stephanie will continue on the board as immediate past chairman with the duty to keep me on the straight and narrow, an almost impossible task. Good luck with that. A sad function is to recognize George Atkinson as he retires from our board. George is sitting there waiting for me to say something rude. I had several sentences here that Cathy crossed off. George served as head of the Facilities Committee, a current member of the Strategic Planning Committee, and a mentor to many of our newer members. George, please come forward to receive your Outstanding Service plaque. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Helping us to fill George's enormous shoes. Didn't notice those as he was walking up, did you? Is the Chamber's 2019 Executive Committee. As I introduce you, please stand and remain standing for the rest of the evening. Please hold your applause until everybody has been introduced. Rick Haynes, First Vice Chairman. Jordan Epper, Second Vice Chairman. Kate Hoffman, Member at Large. Mike Hume. Where are you, Mike? He's not here? All these rude things I... Yeah. Yes, yeah, that's true. Mike Hume, the Executive Treasurer. Our Chief Money Man, the person that stays on the board forever. And of course, Stephanie is our immediate past chairman. Thank you all for being with us. Most of you are aware that Scott Miller retired as the Chamber's president in 2018. He was a personal friend, and he will be missed. Scott and I go back to Scott's service with Red Cross, and I went to a meeting with Scott to, I forget what town we were going to now, but I said, what's with this, Scott? There's no coffee here. How can this be Red Cross and there not be coffee? So now, every time Scott sees me, he brings coffee. We were at the Rose, and there he came down the aisle with a cup of coffee. Amazing. After an exhaustive search, we looked around the corner, and there was Cathy Sherman. She hit the ground running, getting our strategic planning back on the front burner. She raised money like she was printing it herself. She took on our sagging membership as if it was a personal crusade. For those of you that she's camped out in front of your offices, you know what I mean. In 2019, Ms. Sherman is still on track to bring new importance and vitality to the Chamber and its activities. Let's give her a round of applause. And as much as I like Scott, Cathy's much, much better looking. I have lived in Piqua my entire life. The hospital where I was born was torn down. The schools I attended have ceased to be. My first jobs were at firms that no longer operate. The library where I started my career became a place of illegal substances. But today we have new hospitals being erected, new schools built, new factories are in operation, and a new library graces our downtown. That nothing is happening in our community is simply not true. And I know of any group in our area, this is the group that knows that. So keep up that work. Private enterprise is alive and well. Our city government is a driving force leading us to go round and round. You're a little slow, but you did get that. That's good. I like that too. The Chamber is working with numerous organizations such as Main Street, the Arts Council, and Edison State in bringing new ideas, new programs, new entrepreneurs, new training, and new enthusiasm to Piqua. The Chamber is promoting a new map for our community to show off what makes Piqua great. Your advertisement on this map will promote you and our community and help us actually produce the map. So there will be somebody at the door collecting donations. New industries and business are vital for our growth and vitality. The Chamber is here to show business leaders what a good deal it can be to come to Piqua. Working with the city and the county and the state, the Chamber promotes what is best in the vibrant area we call the Upper Miami Valley. Do we have issues and problems? Of course we do. But the Chamber is here to meet them head on and resolve them whenever we can. In 2019, the Chamber's strategic plan will address the needs and desires of our membership. You've told us what you want, and we're listening to you, and we're reacting to those requests. The Chamber in 2019 is dedicated to provide the benefits that fit our members' needs, from the largest industries to the smallest mom and pop shops. Now, you may have noticed the gentlemen scattered around the room wearing those stylish red coats. Margaret, yours is close, but not quite. I have asked on several occasions if I could have a red coat, all I got was this bow tie. These men are the Chamber's ambassadors. They help open new business enterprises, organize Chamber fundraisers, and maintain a graceful and dignified presence among us. Did I really write that? So, gentlemen, thank you. I do want to take a moment and thank my lovely and gracious wife for all her support and her tolerating me on a daily basis. Again, not an easy task. And you notice she gets a red coat. Now, I know that many of you want me to talk longer. Well, there at least was one person I thought. But I think it is for the best to bring back to the podium the vibrant and the vivacious Cathy Sherman. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. That's going to cost me. I have the lucky honor to present our Commercial Beautification Awards tonight. The Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce is delighted to award a number of Commercial Beautification Awards. The award is given for exterior restoration or renovation of existing facilities or newly constructed structures which enhance the immediate area surrounding the improvement and are located within the 45356 zip code. These structures include commercial, industrial, and public properties. Tonight we are honored to have 7 such properties. Our first Commercial Beautification Award is being presented to True North Gas Station, located at 600 South Street. The company has owned this property for more than 20 years and felt that the neighborhood location needed a complete overhaul because it was underserving the community of Piqua. True North informed me during our conversations that this location is the highest cold dispensing property that they have, and they felt they were not offering their customers what they deserved. So the $500,000 project began. True North's Piqua location expanded in size, as well as the addition of a beer cave and the expansion of the self-serve beverage selections. At the completion of the capital improvement, the results exceeded even the leadership of True North, and they hope it exceeded the neighborhood it serves and the Piqua community as well. We are pleased to recognize True North for their commitment to the Piqua community as they were not able to attend tonight's event. Ryan Ratterman of Edward Jones Investments and his wife Stephanie began looking for property over 3 years ago to purchase and to lease back to Edward Jones so that they could relocate Ryan's office. One of the properties Ryan toured was the vacant building situated between Midwest Vision Care and Piqua Manor on High Street. The building was too large for what the Rattermans were looking for, so it was crossed off the list of possibilities. They say, it's not what you know, but who you know, and for the couple, this paid off. Ryan belongs to the Stock Club along with Adam Baker. Ryan heard that the ATM Investments, which Adam is a partner of, had purchased the property. Ryan mentioned to Adam during one of the meetings that if they ever had an interest to sell off one parcel of the property, he would be interested. About a week later, Tom, the T in ATM Investments, called Ryan, and the vision of a new location for Ryan's office was born. Ryan's father, who owns Ratterman
Custom Home Builders began construction on the brand new building located at 1818 West High Street in January of 2018. The first investment customer walked through the new doors in August. The couple has invested over $200,000 to build a beautiful office that they proudly call home to the Edward Jones Investment Office for Ryan. Please join me in a round of applause for our recipients, Stephanie and Ryan Ratterman.
Congratulations.
Our next Commercial Beautification Award is being given to the Randolph and Mccullough Freedom Struggle Complex located at 655 North Main Street, a former carryout and drive-through. Larry Hamilton was responsible for turning this one unoccupied building into an interpretive center on American history. There will be displays and wall murals to depict the struggle for freedom of African Americans in settling Piqua and the upper Miami Valley of West Central Ohio, highlighting the leadership of Piqua Congressman William Moore Mccullough as a national profile in courage. The goal is to one day house a barber shop and/or hair salon, as well as a hospitable gathering place with a restaurant. The building will be a legacy to inspire the next generation to dream dreams and to aspire to greatness through the service to others. Larry was unable to attend tonight's event, but expresses his appreciation. In March of 2018, ground was broken on the campus of the Upper Valley Career Center for what would be the state-of-the-art facility to house the school's advanced veterinary program. The beautiful new building was completed in March of this past year and under the $1.5 million budget. The facility, which was originally planned for a maximum of 25 students yearly, but because it hit that enrollment limit on the opening night, has expanded to allow 30 students. With animal agriculture a staple in our county as well as surrounding counties, the Career Center knew they could fill a void. The veterinary building houses classrooms, exam rooms, kennels for dogs, cats, cows, and horses, testing and animal isolation rooms, a treatment center for animal surgeries, dentistry, and medical research. Accepting tonight on behalf of the Upper Valley Career Center's veterinary building is Dr. Nancy Luce. Tonight's fifth Beautification Award property is located at 143 North Sunset Drive. The building was purchased in April of 2018 by Adam, Tom, and Matt Baker, also known as ATM Investments. These three gentlemen took a hold of this commercial facility and transformed it into an eye-catching property with its newly renovated and painted facade, a new roof and electrical system, completely new blacktop lot, and 2 heating and cooling units to date. The building will soon receive a new awning to really set off the completed renovation, along with the 143 address placed in large letters on one end of the building. Currently, Dr. Love's chiropractic office is the only tenant, but once the awning is in place, the Baker Boys, as I fondly refer to them, will begin marketing the new space available for lease. This award will be presented to the three gentlemen in the near future as they were not able to attend tonight's ceremony. Our next award goes to the Covington Avenue location of Speedway, also known as Store 5401, which has been in existence since March of 1990. When the adjacent property owner passed away, the company purchased the property from the estate for close to $386,000. Thus began the transformation. With the contractor, American Trademark, whose trucks we frequently see in our area, the work began. Speedway invested in excess of $3.3 million into the Covington Avenue project. When our criteria states that the newly construction must enhance the immediate area surrounding the improvement, our award winners nailed it spot on. The company expressed in their remarks to me, "We just want to thank you for the honor. We are excited for our new store and the new offering that it brings to the Piqua community. Business is going great and is continuing to grow thanks to the Piqua community." Accepting tonight's honor on behalf of the Speedway Corporation is General Manager Mike Myers.
Thank you.
Our last award is for the renovation of the former Illusions Bar located at 118 North Main Street. In November 2018, Eric and Jerry Ann Bauman purchased the project with a vision to turn the now closed bar, into the home of Extreme Tattoo. In April of 1996, Extreme Tattoo opened with one room and 4 tattoo artists, but after 20 years of growth, the business had outgrown what was their current location at 120 West Water Street. Over the next 3 years, a lot of hard work went into transforming the former bar. The Bauman's original plans were to have the renovations completed within the first year. But after the inspection of the electrical system, which was so bad, it just began a domino effect, and everything is now to code. The new home of Extreme Tattoo, which officially opened for business in August, now has new ceilings, walls, insulated throughout, new plumbing and windows, HVAC, and electrical system. So the 1-year project turned into a 3-year love-hate relationship with the building. Eric has completed 75% of the work himself, having invested in excess of $75,000 so far. The renovation is still a work in progress, with even more improvements planned for the upstairs and outside. Keep your eye on this amazing transformation. Due to prior commitments, Eric and Jerry Ann were unable to attend the award ceremony tonight, but we will present them with the award at a later date.
We would like to take this opportunity to any of you that have extreme tattoos, just go ahead and stand up. All right, all right.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Randi Seaver for the presentation of the Chamber Achievement Award.
Thank you, Cathy. Before I get started this evening, Jim, I was chairman of the board, went through the executive chairs, and you were chairman when I went through the chairs. So this is,
so sorry.
What, your second or third?
Second.
Second.
That's enough.
You said it. So, as past chair of the Chamber of Commerce, I would like to make a nomination that we put a term limit on chairman. I do believe we have a quorum. I'd like to make a motion. Do I have a second? Second? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries. You're done.
God bless you all.
Oh, Jim, I like you. Okay. This year's Chamber Achievement Award was established in 1992 to recognize outstanding volunteers who have dedicated their time and efforts for the betterment of the Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce and the City of Piqua. Chamber volunteers give unselfishly of their time and talents, and this award recipient exemplifies these qualities. The 2018 Chamber Achievement Award recipient is instrumental in the Chamber's annual steak fry and auction. They pull out all the stops when it comes to supplying the event's tables, chairs, linens, and most importantly, the steaks, chicken, and all the fixins, y'all. Stacy Scott, did you write this? Heritage Event Catering has been providing all their services to the benefit of the Piqua Chamber since 2015. Their staff arrives at the Lloyd Fry hangar the day of the fundraiser, and they handle everything when it comes to unloading and setting up the tables and chairs, to prepping the food and preparing it for 360 plus attendees that evening. Without their generosity and hard work, the event would not be as successful as it is today. The Chamber ambassadors, board of directors, and staff extend their many, many thanks to Heritage Event for their support year after year by acknowledging their business as the 2018 Chamber Achievement Award winner. Please help me in welcoming Ann Jacqua to receive tonight's award. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Now it is my pleasure to bring to the podium Lorna Swisher for the presentation of the first ever Sherrill Stoffel Francis Award for Nonprofit Excellence.
It is my humble pleasure to present a new Chamber Award to honor a very important sector of our community. The Sherrill Stoffel Francis Award for Nonprofit Excellence will be presented each year to honor the work that Sherrill did, both personally and through the Miami County Foundation, to assist nonprofit organizations not only here in Piqua, but throughout Miami County. Sherrill was the first paid executive of the Miami County Foundation, and prior to that, she had been the executive director of the Piqua Area United Way. Sherrill was also my friend, my mentor, one of my loudest cheerleaders, and a constant encourager. Sherrill's roots in the nonprofit sector were deep, and her passion for helping organizations achieve excellence was extraordinary. From counseling, hand-holding, and encouraging both new and veteran nonprofit directors, to challenging, pushing, inspiring those nonprofit boards, Sherrill wanted organizations to achieve their goals and worked tirelessly to help them become better and stronger organizations. When Sherrill met with nonprofit organizations, either in her foundation director position or simply as a steadfast friend, she wanted the staff and board to not only work together, but to honor what each party brings to the table. The staff is there every day, day in and day out, making sure that the affairs of the organization are taken care of. The board, on the other hand, brings their passion, their knowledge, their circle of influence, and their know-how to the organization from a completely different perspective, but equally valuable. Sherrill was a strong advocate for making sure that nonprofit organizations had the required policies in place, like conflict of interest and whistleblower and the like. But she also strongly encouraged organizations to have other essential documents in place, things like succession plans, emergency plans, and crisis communication policies. It is fortunate that Sherrill had these policies in place at the Miami County Foundation, because within a short time of her becoming ill, it was apparent that she was not going to be returning to the foundation office. At that time, the board of the Miami County Foundation came together to deal with the overwhelming task of getting through a rapidly approaching grant cycle, close out a fiscal year, and of course, deal with the devastating loss, both personally and professionally, of their sole staff person and, in many cases, their friend. It is for that reason that the first ever honoree of the Sherrill Stoffel Francis Award for Nonprofit Excellence is being presented to the board of the Miami County Foundation. The foundation was started in 1985 by Richard E. Hunt and has grown to assets of over $13 million. And since the first distribution of funds in 1986, the Miami County Foundation has awarded $7.2 million in grants. Personally, I think my friend Sherrill would have been proud and impressed that her board stepped up and took care of the affairs of her organization. The board of the Miami County Foundation includes Dr. Richard Adams from Troy, Lisa Baker, Piqua, Joe Duncan, Tip City, Stacy Earhart, Troy, Joanna Hill Heitzman, Piqua, Christine Hume, Piqua, David Larson, Covington, Angela Lewis, Casstown, Jennifer Loffer Smith, Troy, Michael Moore, Bradford, Lowell Neese, Piqua, Carol Netzley Coate, Piqua, James Oda, Piqua, Andy Pratt, Troy, Neil Thiesing, Pleasant Hill, Brad Vath, Tip City, Paul Watkins, Tip City, and Directors Emeritus Richard E. Hunt and Doug Murray. Accepting the award on behalf of the Miami County Foundation Board of Directors is Lisa Baker.
Following the passing of Sherrill 1 year ago this week, the Miami County Foundation Board of Directors was thrust into working not only our day jobs, but trying to fill the shoes of our executive director. Under the leadership of President Brad Vath, this difficult job was ably performed by a dedicated group of volunteers, totally committed to the foundation. We met at least once a week, at least weekly, and reviewed and implemented the succession plan, and to begin the work on Sherrill's 16-page, month-by-month, detailed work plan. That was a blessing. But Lisa Whitaker was quickly hired part-time to assist with the day-to-day operations. We just had to move forward. These efforts allowed for a seamless transition to where the Miami County Foundation is today. You know, Sherrill would expect something positive to result from all of this. A teaching moment, so to speak. She would challenge every and all not-for-profit boards, many represented in this room this evening, to take the time and the steps to develop a succession plan. It is essential. We only had 3-week notice. Thank you to the Chamber for establishing this annual recognition to honor our friend Sherrill, and for selecting the Miami County Foundation Board of Directors as the first recipient. On behalf of the board, thank you very much.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Jeff Hem, who will be speaking about the 2018 Business Person of the Year. Jeff.
Good evening. Hope everybody's having a great time tonight. I'm not used to standing in front of people talking very much, so I had to go out and get a little advice from what I consider to be one of the best speakers that's ever spoken at this event. That was Father Caserta. So I have just a few pages of notes that I need to go over here. I'm honored to introduce tonight the Piqua Chamber's Business Person of the Year. Just to tell you what is involved with being nominated and becoming the Business Person of the Year. The individual has to be a member of the Chamber, live in the 45356 zip code, actively enhance Piqua as a community, better the business community, and be recognized as a leader in their profession. I'm happy to say that the Piqua community is very lucky because we received multiple nominations this year. That means that we have a wealth of individuals making both the Chamber and our community a better place. In getting the results back, this year was very unique. For the first time ever, it was a tie. So tonight we'll actually be celebrating more than one person. Our first recipient's nomination letter stated that he or she exemplifies the qualities and criteria noted that makes him or her worthy of receiving this prestigious award. Our award winner's leadership has strengthened the business, which has grown beyond the capabilities first thought possible and is now recognized and highly respected within the company's industry. This person has kept the values and beliefs passed down from their father and grandfather. They stress the importance of family and that safety is the number one priority, making sure that each of their employees goes home safe to their families every day. The family business is committed to the community of Piqua. They are involved in the Chamber, the Piqua Area United Way, Main Street Piqua, Grow Piqua Now, Salvation Army, Piqua City Schools, Layman, and many other nonprofit organizations. This person is a board member of the Piqua Community Foundation, the Miami County Y, the Piqua High School Athletic Boosters, and the Piqua Education Foundation. They serve also on national and regional organizations within their industry. Our award-winning Business Person of the Year is a fourth-generation leader serving as the CEO and president of the family business, a business that will always call Piqua home. A business where you might find their equipment hoisting the American flag during a concert, dropping ducks into the into the Great Miami River, transporting a Christmas tree, or erecting a hero's statue. This is done because our recipient believes in the community that he lives, works, and plays in. Lisa Whitaker, in her nomination letter, stated, "A focus in 2018 is instilling the PSC crane and rigging values of trust, honesty, dignity, and respect to all team members. When your CEO and president is leading by his actions and examples, the goal is easy to achieve. Please join me in congratulating our first 2018 recipient of the Business Person of the Year Award, Jim Seaver."
You're a lot better than me at the Randy's a hell of a lot better at this than me. Wow. Thank you very much to the Chamber, to the Piqua community, to our family, my wife Melanie, my brother Randy, who I couldn't be up here without. He's the 50% of me, and we are 50% of each other. So without him, I would not be up here this evening. So why don't you just come on up here with me to help me get through this. No, we're very fortunate to have our father, who has led us in our values and our beliefs, our grandfather, our great-grandfather, and what they instilled in us over the now 25 years, I think, that we've been involved with the business. And we're very fortunate for the Piqua community to support us, and all of the businesses here that include us in the services that we provide. And without our team, Lisa, thank you so much. We can't do it without the right people, and it's the people that make the difference across the board. So I didn't get to speak to Father Caserta before this tonight, so I don't
keep it short.
Keep it short. So I will do so. Thank you all very much. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jim. This is going to be a little hard to follow here, so you're going to have to pay attention, all right? Our second Business Person of the Year was nominated by Randi Seaver. I can't make this stuff up. In Randy's nomination letter concerning running a family business, he said, the next award winner is by no means had an easy road through the challenges that he's faced. Gave it away there, didn't I? One major challenge was managing the business through the 2009 recession. Obviously, in 2009, a lot of businesses were affected, but this company, the industry that they're in, was a big struggle. But since the new leadership has been in place for 4 short years at that time, and the person that we're talking about were in their 20s, hard work and determination was needed to consolidate and downsize portions of the business model so that the family business could be preserved. But they did a great job, came out of the recession poised for both growth and an optimistic future. By the time the recession was in the rearview mirror, the business was struck again. A fire would engulf the whole facility and burn it to the ground. But everyone who knows these people understands that a fire would not bring this business to a standstill. The leadership stood strong and through it all never missed a beat. The approximately 60 full-time employees all kept their jobs and were never laid off, even as the new facility was constructed during a 14-month span. Now a distant memory, the family business is strong, vibrant, and it's business as usual. The recipients have been faced with adversity and they have met the challenges head on. Randi wrote, "Today as business owners, they carry on an extremely well-known family legacy, familiar not only to our community, but to customers within several hundred miles. Jimmy and Mike truly exemplify the definition of the Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce Business Person of the Year. So please welcome Jimmy and Mike to come up as our second recipients of the Business Persons of the Year 2018.
Thank you. It's much appreciated. You know, if it wasn't for the chamber, I don't know where we'd be in certain times. I got great buddies like Mr. Seaver and Mr. Jackson over there, for example, that have always guided me through some situations as a young business owner. That was definitely very helpful. If I could just get Randy to buy some Ram trucks, would be good and get money forward. That's for a later conversation, Jim. I can leash you. Most important, I like to thank my family. You know, without the Sherry family and the Art Guest family as a whole, I mean, I don't know where we'd be as a family as far as the dealership goes. So, and our employees, most of all, if it wasn't for them, you know, correction, I was 20. I wasn't in my 20s. I was 20. My brother was 18. So I'm not sure what my grandfather was thinking, but it worked at the time. It worked. So most importantly, just them as a general, they're the backbone. So thank you.
With no further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce Tony Wendelin, who will present the Order of George.
Thank you, Jeff. Tonight marks the 52nd time that the Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce is assembled to honor a special citizen by presenting the Order of George Lifetime Civic Achievement Award. As the 1998 recipient, I'm honored to be asked to present the award tonight. I'm not sure exactly how I was chosen to do so. However, last year was the first annual dinner that I missed in about 35 years since I went out to Arizona to play baseball for a week. I figured there was a meeting to choose this year's presenter while I was gone. And of course, you always know, never miss a meeting. Before I get started, I want to acknowledge the chairperson of the Order of George Committee, Lisa Baker, for her many years of devotion to the task. Lisa quietly makes this happen, and we're all grateful for her passion for the award. So thank you, Lisa, and let's give her a hand. Please stand. The Order of George takes its name from the phrase, "Let George do it," coined many years ago. A special group of citizens have stepped up over the years to not let George do it, but to indeed be George. And for that, they have received the distinction of Piqua's Order of George. Their names are listed in the program, but I think it would be appropriate to introduce each of those who are here with us tonight. So as I read your names, please stand, remain standing until all names are read, not until the end of the evening. And we'll hold our applause to the end. In 1992, Michael Yanessi. In 93, Art Disbrow. 95, Paul Gutman. 98, Tony Wendelin, already standing. 2000, Steve Staley. 2002, Dory Perry. 2003, Karen Wendelin. 2004, James Oda. 2008, Dan French. 2012, Dwayne Bachman. 2015, Michael Gutman. 2016, Gordon Wise. 2017, Joanna Hill Heitzman. And 2018, Mark Wyan. A round of applause for our past award winners. To reiterate and remind you of the criteria for the Order of George, a condensed version includes residing or spending significant time in Piqua, contributing extensively to the quality of life in Piqua, demonstrating leadership over a number of years, volunteering without personal gain, and being a positive role model. So tonight, again, we're recognizing the 2019 recipient of the Order of George, so let's get started. Our honoree is a lifelong resident of Piqua, working, playing, raising a family, volunteering, organizing, initiating, and leading right here in Piqua. Nominating documents for tonight's honoree make clear that this is a person who exemplifies the best in volunteer and community service, a person who has demonstrated integrity, generosity, good humor, and dedication, a person who is unpretentious, and is often happy remaining anonymous for the contributions made to Piqua. Our honoree's devotion to the community includes leadership positions in many organizations over the years. To name a few, the Board of Directors of the Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce, Board of Directors of the Salvation Army, member of the Piqua Rotary Club and a Paul Harris Fellow, member of the Board of Directors and volunteer for the Piqua Area United Way, president of the Tecumseh Woods Board of Directors, a charter life trustee of the Piqua Community Foundation, a board member of the Piqua Energy Board, a member of the Board of Education at Piqua Catholic School, and an integral part of the committee to develop their business partner program. Our honoree has also given quiet sponsorship support to many other organizations, again to name a few: the Go Red Piqua event with the American Heart Association, Edison State Community College Holiday Evening, Piqua YWCA Women of Excellence, Piqua Compassion Network's Anniversary, Lehman Catholic High School's STEM Project, and Catholic Social Services of the Miami Valley. Our honoree was named the Piqua Chamber Business Person of the Year in 2011. And on a personal note, I can speak from my experience. About 4 years ago, I was heavily involved with saving a very important piece of the history and future of Piqua, this country club. It is such an asset to Piqua in terms of economic development. Along with all of the development work by the city, of course, it is an instrumental piece of the pie, which Piqua needs to attract new business to our community. Our honoree tonight understood that, and in the early stages of that effort, made a point of contacting me to say, what can I do to help? And the help was welcomed. This is the type of person who deserves this award, someone who sees the big picture and is willing to step up to make Piqua better. A Piqua native, he's a graduate of Piqua Central High School, attended Sinclair and Miami University before joining the family business. He went from summer employment to a crew operator, to a vice president, to the chief operating officer, to the president and CEO, and finally to chairman of the board for what is now known as PSC, Crane and Rigging. In that capacity, he has also served as president of the Dayton Steel Riggers Association. Most of you are aware that if there's a Christmas tree or a flag pole that needs to be set, PSC Crane is there donating their time and their equipment for the good of the community. He is married to Nancy, is the father of 2 sons, Randy and Jim, I think you've met, who will both carry on the tradition of the family business, and of course, he's a proud grandfather. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring our 2019 Order of George, Randi Seaver. Jim's been talking back, so we can say.
Okay.
We have a letter from Congressman Warren Davidson. Dear Lynn, congratulations on being presented with the Order of George Lifetime Civic Achievement Award by the Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce. You have a long-standing commitment to serving our community, and this recognition by your peers is a wonderful tribute to your commitment to serve others. I appreciate the work you have put forward for your success. With this award, you have joined an elite group of leaders who have made this a premier area event in our nation. Those you have touched are undoubtedly too many to count, but I am certain your work will be felt for years to come. Once again, congratulations on receiving this honor. I wish you continued success in your endeavors, and if I may be ever of assistance, please do not hesitate to contact me. I'd really remember that if I was you. Warren Davidson, member of Congress.
Well, I don't know what to say. I'm just overwhelmed. I can't believe this. Wouldn't have happened without a great community like Piqua. Growing up here, I have a lot of great memories and friends and schoolmates, and I just all of you in business. We've touched ourselves many times in working on different projects, and this is just wonderful that you think this much of me to do this. Like I said, there's a lot of people out here that deserve this award, and there's many others that I'm sure will be coming forward in the years to come, and that's what's wonderful about our community. So I just can't thank you all enough for all thinking about me and you know, achieving and receiving this prestigious award. I really thank you very much, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
You guys run her too.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
It's interesting at Georgia Awards. Sometimes it's really tough to get the family to come, so we had to manufacture these awards to get you to come here. I would like to bring this meeting to a close. I would ask all of our winners to stay for a few moments for a photo session. I'd like to thank the staff of the Piqua Country Club for the fine service and delicious meal this evening. I think applause would be in order. In conclusion, I would like to thank a few people here, particularly our board members, both 2018, 2019. If you would stand for a round of applause, please. Thank you very much. And I did want to mention, if you are worried about my presentation, I came here sober, but because of Joe Dickerson buying me liquor, we've mentioned them, we'd like to thank our ambassadors. They really don't have to stand, but we'd like them to, because some of them have some difficulty with that. But if our ambassadors would please stand for some applause. Thank you, gentlemen, for jobs well done. I'd like to specifically thank all of you for your continued support of the Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce. Remember, your business is our business. We also want to thank again our featured sponsor, Upper Valley Medical Center, Premier Health. And before you leave, I said once before, you can pick up your brand new Quality of Life books available right out there as you come in or leave at this point. Contact the Chamber if you want additional copies for yourself. You know, you and your wife can both be reading one at the same time. If that's what you do in the evening, you need to come and talk to me. And we're almost there. So we thank you for your support on our booklet. If you advertise, thank you. We ask that each and every one of you, I'm not sure what the weather's like out there, but please drive safely, and we stand adjourned.